So you want to change coolant in your 8th generation Honda Civic. It's easy. This is an 08 and the coolant in this is about 4.5 years old. So we're going to go ahead and just drain the radiator and refill it. That drain plug that we want to look for, we've got the light on it. I think you can just see it. It's another view over here. Easy to find. It's right underneath, well, I guess that fan. Honda did put a nice cutout in that little air dam underneath. You don't even have to unbolt anything there. And you got plenty of room right here. Just make sure your engine, by the way, it should be warm. You need to take it for a drive to get the thermostat to open. If you're in need of a coolant change, then you may have some stuff in solution. You may have some stuff that has dropped out. You may have some crud going on in your block and your radiator. So you want to kind of mix it all up and get any of the residue in solution so it will drain out. So you want it to be warm, not hot. You just don't want to drain a cold radiator. You can, but it's more effective, it's more efficient if the thermostat's been opened up and it's been circulating, it's been heated up, and now it's warm. This motor has cooled off from being hot. It's been maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours, and I've got plenty of room to get my hand down there to get to that valve. I'll set the camera up underneath and show you that drain valve. Now I'm going to show you something. I had my pan in the way, and the way it's configured, it won't even focus. It's so close, guys, but it's right there. The white valve is right there. Just a petcock, whatever you want to call it. It's so close it won't even focus. So I'm going to open it from the top. So I'll go ahead and place my drain pan back in position and we'll open it up from the top. Okay, I think I've got the focus concentrated on that. I put my light down there. And this should be finger tight. You got plenty of room to reach your arm down in there. Yeah, it was just hand tight. Don't take it all the way out. Don't be in a big hurry when you do it. The radiator should be cool enough to open this cap, just one click. There you can hear it. You may not have heard it, but it picked up the flow. Let's go take a look. Now once you get it draining, you can kind of look down there. You got plenty of room here. You can kind of get an idea what the good flow is. Of course, it's going to drain out better the better flow you get, but I wouldn't overdo it. The idea is to get rid of 5-year-old coolant and replace it with fresh quality product. So we'll let that drain and tighten her up, and then we'll refill it. And then we'll talk about the options to refill what you want to go back with. Okay, we have drained. It took several minutes. I allow extra time. I just let it drip. Push in as you turn clockwise. And you can see I'm just tightening the hand tight. Now I usually get right at 4 quarts out of it. I like to figure on a gallon. It may be just slightly less, but it could be 5 quarts. Could be 4.5 quarts. That's an old drain pan, but that came out really pretty blue. You just can't tell it. Okay, so we've drained it. We've got our petcock tight. Your bottom valve is back tight. Finger tight, don't overdo it. Everything down there is made out of plastic. Be careful. Use good judgment. We're going to go back with any good quality product. Peak makes it, Xerox makes it. Of course, you can never beat genuine OEM Honda product. We have numerous coolant manufacturers out there. They're making really good product, but I would buy the 50/50 pre-diluted antifreeze. Do not add water. It saves you a lot of hassle. You may save a few bucks at the most. If you buy concentrate, now you got to go out and do not use tap water. Don't use bottled water. You really need to go out. If you bought the concentrate and you don't want to use 50/50 pre-diluted, now you need to go out, go to the big pharmacies, Walmart, and pick up a gallon or whatever you need to mix of good distilled water. But by buying 50/50 pre-mix, you've saved yourself a lot of hassle. That's my view on that. You almost could not pay me to use a concentrate. I just don't want to deal with it. I want to buy quality, and this is quality, guys. This Xerox, this is a BASF. That's Germany's #1 chemical manufacturer for decades. I think in 1994, yeah, 30 years ago, Valvoline bought Xerox out from BASF in Germany. Valvoline, this product is sold in all your parts houses. All your major parts stores and your parts suppliers, they're going to have Xerox. Walmart may have it, not sure. Tractor Supply, you just have to check. And go with Xerox or Peak. I think Napa now has Asian Blue, which includes Honda, of course. You can see there, Honda, Hyundai, Nissan, and Subaru. But if you're adamant about not using genuine OEM, or you may not be in a position, this stuff can be hard to find. You're going to have to go to a dealer or order it online, and that usually involves shipping. I'll put a link in the description on this and this if I can get it on Amazon. And went ahead and dumped my container out, and it was just a little less than 1 gallon. I had both, so I did a coin toss. Xerox won. It's gonna, one of them deals where it can't get any air. We'll try this one. May not be any better. Quite a bit better than the previous funnel. There's no gurgling going on. It's a pretty blue antifreeze. I'm sorry, coolant. Don't be afraid to shake it up. So on your reservoir, I would at one point remove it and clean it, especially if it needs it. Now if you do it every now and then, you don't have to do this every 4 or 5 years. Sometimes the reservoir just needs cleans once every 10 years. Overfill it, there's not much you can do about it. Okay, you saw how easy that was. That was 1 gallon of fresh coolant administered to your cooling system. On any vehicle you got, just use what you're supposed to use. The thing about it is, a lot of people will tell you that you have some old coolant in there. That's true, I do have some old coolant in there, but it's not that old, and it's not in that bad a shape, because over the years I didn't allow it to get in that bad of a shape. You do this every 4 or 5 years, yours won't either. Don't worry about draining the block. Don't worry about other drain points in the block around the engine, because if you do, now you got to worry about airlocks, and you may have to go to a dealership and use expensive, sophisticated scan tools to get that airlock out. And it is not necessary. Adding 50% of brand new, fresh, quality coolant antifreeze to your system whatever you want to do, 3, 4, 5 years. If your system, if you feel like it has been neglected and you bought a used car, and if it's in question, the quality of your coolant's in question, or how long and how old has it been, how long has it been into the system and how old is it, I would go ahead and drain the radiator and refill it with what you're supposed to use. Drive it for a year, 6 months, that's up to you, and do it again. And keep track, keep a good maintenance log on your vehicles. You should date it, the mileage, just like you do your oil changes and everything else. But it's a perfectly viable way and cheap to do it yourself, very cheap, and keep your cooling system in tip-top shape, no matter what anybody else tells you. I'll go through there and wipe it up really good and go get me a couple gallons of clean water out of the kitchen sink and just kind of rinse it, pour it all down there. I just don't want that coolant to dry on there. Now on the reservoir, we're going to top it off. It is in pretty good shape. It's a little bit on the low side, so I'll go ahead and add about 1 inch of coolant in there. Yeah, there's the aftermath. It's not too terrible down there. I'm going to go pour a couple gallons of water over it, like I said, and do it. So here's the reservoir. It has been cleaned in the past. You can see where it is. It's right about at the minimum. There's the minimum line right there. I think you can barely see it. I hope it helped someone. Hey, thanks for watching. Drive safe out there and have a good one.